Hey, this is Ryan.
This is Travis.
Welcome to Bacon Bits,
where we talk about whatever the heck we want.
Because we're bacon, and we don't care a bit. Hey,
What's up, guys?
welcome to Bacon Bits, where I feel tired.
We feel tired. We feel beat up.
You know why, though?
It's been a long week.
It's actually really, really exciting. I mean, like, partly why. I mean, yeah, it's been a rough week, but it's exciting because we're tired because we've been filming for, like, all evening.
all evening, yeah. We had
Yeah.
to be funny all evening. That's kind
Yeah.
of hard for us.
So, yeah, it really is.
Mostly because of how many shots we had to take for some of the stuff.
That
It was
too.
just, yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know if it's like this for you, like Travis, like honestly, but like after after talking nonstop for like even for like an hour, I just get tired. I'm just like, okay, I'm kind of done talking. Like, yeah, I might have more to say, but it's like let's just chill. Let's just chill. Yeah.
It depends on the conversation, to be completely honest, for me.
Mm.
Like,
That's
if
true.
it's a really engaging conversation, or if it's something that I'm also passionate about, then like I can go and talk for hours about it.
Mm.
It also depends on like who I'm talking with. If they're also engaging in it too.
Oh yeah, that too.
If you're doing a one-sided conversation, I mean, an hour is a long time for a one-sided conversation.
I think my only thing is like because whenever I talk, I usually am laughing. Like
That's
the
fair.
entire time. And if you haven't picked up on it, my laugh is very strong. I very much enjoy my laughs.
Requires his whole body to move when he does it.
That's
Currently shaking
I was
the
about
booth
to
as
say,
we're doing
it's
this.
even funnier because the microphone's shaking because of how much I'm laughing.
All right,
So,
well, he
yeah,
tries
after-
to collect himself.
Yeah, like after an hour, I just get tired. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm
That's fair.
okay.
That's fair. Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I get that.
Give me a little bit and I can start back up again.
Mhm,
But like when it's constant like that, it's kind of like running, you know? Like it's like, wow, like after the first mile and a half, 2 miles, you're like, okay, getting kind of tired, need a breather. Like give me an hour and I can maybe run some more, but it's like,
Yeah.
can't do it nonstop. Anyway,
Sometimes though, like during the week, it feels like you've just been running nonstop. That wasn't this week for you though, right?
so not this week,
Which is
but-
a huge blessing at the same
I was
time
about
as a
to
huge
say-
curse.
Which yeah, it's a week that I haven't had at all this semester, so it was nice to feel that out. But it was also nice to remind myself of the drawbacks of weeks like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I ever told. I haven't told this story in a long time. But after high school, I was like done with high school, like school after high school. So I kind of tried to get a job, but I kind of was sucking at that too, because like I don't know, I was just a lazy kid. Like I had no motivation to do anything, and for about a year and a half, I literally did nothing. I stayed at my dad's house doing nothing for a year and a half, and I regret that year and a half almost every day because now I'm super behind in my life, and like I see my friends who's like
Behind is
achieved.
relative.
Well, yeah, but like, you know, like when I compare myself
Oh, yeah.
relatively, you know, I'm like, you know, I could be doing this because all my friends have graduated already. They know what they want. They're all married. They have this. They have what things going. So I try and be that's kind of why I take like the classes I take seriously. Like I try and take as much as I can, and I try and go because I feel all the time like I'm trying to catch up.
You recognize
For
that,
that
like,
year
that
and a half
time I
lost.
used differently than I would have liked.
Yeah, so I'm trying to make up for that. That's why like this semester I took 15 credits, starting out taking 15 credits. But I didn't know how murderous that is
Yeah.
in this
especially
college that I transferred to.
Computer science.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It was easy, the college I came from, but this one it's just I just couldn't handle it. Like literally like going back into depression. I was going into like anxiety. Like I was like literally I was like I have never felt like this stressed before. So I was like I need to drop a class. So I had 12 credits. It's still pretty hard, but it's like it's bearable.
It's manageable.
Yeah, like I would never have had a week like this.
You can plan better for it.
Yeah, I would have never had like a week just to like lay back. I would still have probably been like go, which is crazy because like 2 weeks ago, last week, like those were like the craziest I've ever been.
Mhm.
So I couldn't imagine another class on top of that. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like you were going crazy these last 2 weeks, and then this
Mm-hmm.
week, I mean, so we had spring day. We don't have spring break here. It's a
Word up.
joke, but the
Very sad joke.
yeah, I mean, it's not even funny. It's like the Mr. Sir in Holes when he's like, "There once was a magical place where it never
Dude.
rained." The end. You're
I
just like,
flippin'
there
love
once
that
was a magical
story.
place where you thought you got a holiday and you didn't.
loved that
The
story.
end. And
I
so,
thought that was the perfect amount of irony for that
Right?
situation. It was
Right?
so funny.
But yeah, no. So we don't get spring break here. We get spring day, which is just one extra day off, and then they take off a day of studying later for finals. Cause yay. We didn't have very much going on last weekend though. Like, it was just much more open. Like we got to do things that we just didn't normally get to do, and then that was kind of Ryan's whole week. Like it wasn't easy,
Wait.
but it was chill. I would say, right? Is that a better way to put it?
Yeah, it was really.
It wasn't. I wouldn't
It was
call
a little
lazy.
too chill. Like the thing is, like I was like, oh great, like I don't have classes, so I'm gonna focus on like like talent development, all these things that I've wanted to get to for myself, and like learn this and like catch up on that. And like really, all it turned into was Ryan sleepy, Ryan nap,
Which he did a lot,
Ryan do nothing.
but he feels good.
I feel
You feel like
fine.
like a recharged feeling, or
Yeah. Recharge.
that?
Yeah, I feel ready for next week, like ready to hit it again.
See, that's solid.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, that's
Let's
what's
hope.
important,
Let's
like-
hope that's what's gonna happen.
Well, just make sure you wake up to your alarm.
Oh, I don't have a problem with that.
I've been doing better.
Yeah,
I've been doing
actually,
better.
you
It's-
have. I was gonna say that. Travis has actually been doing better. This morning, like he woke up to his alarm, and like because like I'm a light sleeper, I woke up too. But before like going back to sleep for the couple like hour and a half.
Yeah,
that I
he went
had
back to sleep
left,
for a couple hours.
I was
but
like before I went to sleep, I was just like proud of you. Just fell asleep.
it was the best. Like as far as like last words go, that was great. Because then he just went back and died.
and died.
So,
Immediately snoring afterwards.
yeah, he was gone. but
Proud of
it
you.
was- proud of you, and all right, we're done. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've been doing better. I'm gonna just
Yeah.
keep trying to do better because, I mean, all you faithful listeners out there, I made that promise to you and to Ryan, and
I was like impressed that you did that by yourself. I was like, wow, like you don't have to do that. Like super cool that you have that resolve to just like, you know what, enough's enough. Let's do it. I was like, wow, nice.
especially after the week that I had. Like, I honestly, I recognize I just need to be more on top of myself with like, well, specifically getting up, but also just being able to manage stress. Because like while your week was super chill, my week was the exact opposite.
Devastating.
I had to study for 2 tests this week, and I work 20 plus hours a week, which I mean to some people is like, oh, that's not that bad or whatever, but it's like it's hard for
On
me.
top
'cause
of
this is-
school.
on top of school, it's
Our
hard.
school.
And on top of like just never having done something quite like this before, it is a huge transition. It's gigantic. And studying for 2 big midterms, to be completely honest, they were huge. Like
Ginormo.
I wasn't prepared for this week to be as hard as it was, and there was a couple times where I'll be completely honest, I thought I was gonna break down and just give up and be like, nope, I can't do it anymore. Because like on top of all this, like I have extra meetings that I need to go to, working with Ryan to plan. We're filming YouTube videos.
Yeah,
trying to figure out when I'm gonna have time to work with Ryan to
I-
edit those videos.
I had nothing all week, so I like every day was like, hey Travis,
He's
what are we
like,
gonna
hey,
do?
let's do this stuff. And I'm like, dude, chill. And he's just like, what's wrong,
I've
buddy?
been chilling all
and,
day.
and I'm just like, I'm
ready.
dying. And so it was an interesting week because I also had rehearsal for the a cappella group that I'm in and preparing for auditions this next week for another a cappella group that I'm trying to get into.
Terrifying stuff.
It's really terrifying because it's like
Oh my
115
gosh.
people trying out for 9 spots, which, I mean, the odds aren't as bad as I initially thought. They are not great, though. They are really not great when you think about the people who are already in the group. They're making everybody re-audition, but everybody who's already in the group, they get to stay in, like, they get not really preference, but like they will be recognized as like, oh, this person was really good. Can this other person be better, basically? So it's like, ooh, fish.
All I'm gonna say about that is bribery is one heck of a factor.
You know, no. No.
You just slip that in there.
Yeah, well.
You're just like, is this a 20? Oh, go ahead and keep that.
No, this week was just, terrifying for me because like I took 2 tests, one right after the other. I
was impressed by that.
I've never spent so much time in the testing center like
Never would have done that.
in one day. It was a good experience to have because I know that I never want to have to do that again. I also learned that just making sure that you're eating is a good thing.
Oh, I figured that one out.
Well, yeah, you definitely figured that one out. But I didn't figure it out. I was reminded because Wednesday, I think it was, all I had was like 2 Chips Ahoy cookies.
Oh my gosh.
That was all I had, and I drank water. And that was it because I was like, crap, I don't have any food. There's no way that I'm going to be, and that's a real struggle as a college student. All you college students listening, you know what I'm talking about.
Word up.
We just, sometimes we're really stubborn and we don't want to go and buy food. But at the same time, it's also like, no, I need to study. I don't have time for this. And so I was panicking and I just completely forgot to eat. And then by the time I remembered, it was like 11:30 at night. And I was like, well,
Whoops.
can't do anything about that. And so then I woke up the
Right.
next morning and I was just looking around. I was like, okay, is there anything that I can have to eat that I have? I know that my roommates have food, but I'm not doing that. It's a real temptation for that as well.
Wow.
But
Didn't know that.
dude, when you haven't eaten for a day, everything becomes a
Yeah.
temptation. Like, okay, maybe not toilet paper, but still, like
Yeah, no.
everything becomes a
litter?
temptation to think. Not quite that. It's a little too crunchy. But I opened up the freezer and it was just kind of like an angelic beam of there was really nothing there other than hot dogs that I had, and I was just like, yes,
Angelic hot dogs.
angelic hot dogs
Heaven's
that
heaven.
sustain me. And so
May your hammer
It-
mighty. Hot rod.
oh gosh, I actually haven't seen that movie either.
Oh man.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's really important to eat as a college student. Recently, like I realized, it was Sunday, and I realized at the end of the day, I was like, all I had to eat today was mac and cheese, and that was all day. And I was like, that's actually really unhealthy. So I started counting my calories to make sure I was getting the 2,500.
he's been doing a really good job with it too.
Actually, yeah. I'm up to like 2,650. I have the
Really? You
my
went up?
fitness app. Yep, I have the my fitness app. I'm saying I want to gain like a pound a week, which I don't have a scale. I don't know if that's working, but I
can almost guarantee that you're not gaining weight.
probably
Just looking at you, like
I don't know actually. Like I catch myself in the shower, like scrubbing myself. I'm like, this is bigger than I remember.
he's talking about his pecs.
Legs and pecs actually. You've seen me, like I would like whenever I burp I like pat my chest, and like sometimes my hand just lingers because like
It's a little weird.
I'm like,
I don't know how I feel about it.
it's actually because when you have pecs and you're like, wow, like it's
See,
kind of hard
it's
to
funny,
keep your
though.
hands off of them.
Like,
It's like,
you-
wow, like this is awesome. Like because I grew up not having those. I'm like, there's something there now. It's actually really
actually
cool.
have muscle
I
that's
feel
growing.
impressed, like with myself. It's like I feel happy about it. Like,
Yeah, there you
wow,
go.
cool.
See, you've been trying to gain weight. I managed to lose 3 pounds in 2 days.
That's good.
Probably not healthy. I actually don't know how it happened. So that was another thing that was stressful. I had to go in to donate plasma this week, and it can kind of take a toll on your body if you're not careful about it. But like from Thursday to Saturday, I managed to lose 3 pounds, or like maybe their scale was off or something. But I walked in and stood on the scale, and I was like, oh, okay,
Oh.
cool. Huh. I don't know how I feel about this. Something must be going wrong.
And it
I
was the
probably
week.
should have eaten. And so, it's just take care of yourselves, guys,
Yeah.
because
You have to remember to eat. Like
eating, sleeping.
our two stories are not the first time I've
Just-
heard of this.
yeah. No,
With,
it's
especially
really
problems
bad.
with eating. Like that's a big problem. Track your calories if you feel like you're not eating enough. I swear to you, that's worth it.
Make sure you're drinking tons of water. It really helps.
Yup.
Especially around this time. Our roommate got super sick, and we've been trying to stay away from him so that we don't get sick.
Oh yeah.
And like the advice a doctor gave to me was just drink tons of water.
Down
I was
it.
like, all right, we can do that. And water, sleep, and
Make sure you get sleep.
actually eating.
I was told recently, like if you feel stressed, A big thing that you can do is just take an extra hour of sleep. Like if you can afford that time, take an extra hour of sleep. And honestly, if you can't afford that time,
Take a shower.
You might want to make time for yourself, because that would be really bad if every day you're like, I can't even take an extra hour for myself. Anyway.
Yeah. If you can't find that time, though, still, because, your schedule is that booked up, I mean, take a warm shower. Make sure that you're breathing well during whatever you're doing. Don't hold your breath. Make sure that you, relax everything. Even if it's just for, 5 minutes, promise it'll help. Yeah.
As you can tell, we've both taken a lot of stress management classes.
Stress management classes, you mean Google, then yes.
Yeah.
But
make sure you
take care of yourselves.
stay healthy.
We're coming up on finals for a lot of colleges right now, and most
yeah.
high schools too, actually. Those will be coming up about a month after the college finals for a lot of schools. But just don't be dumb. Take care of yourself. Grades are important.
You'll actually do
when
better
you're dead, it doesn't
on
matter.
your tests if you go in there healthy, well rested, well eaten, all that.
You've been eaten?
I actually don't know how to say that. Well fed?
Well fed. That's
Maybe
a good way to
that.
put it, yeah.
I think that's better.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yep.
Well,
Hopefully you guys have a good week and
stay alive.
Stay alive.